Culture. Thank you so much.
Always support. Let it come from your heart. And that's the way it should be.
Regarded as something of the heart. Yes, one love, heart love culture.
Hart Culture.
Love culture, heart culture.
Heart smart in the city. Are you heart smart?
Live interviews. The time is 20 minutes past 6 o'clock. My name is Tony Tokunbo Fernandez. Hope you're all having a great week. You're listening to Africa4U Radio Show, your number one radio show for Africans around the world. And we have a full house of guests this evening, all the way to 7 o'clock. My first guest for the evening is a very, very special guest making her mark within the southeast of the country. She is the director of Hart Culture and has won over 150 awards and commendations to her name, and has spent the last 5 years getting involved in key positions towards the development of well-being and health within African and Caribbean communities. She is also the co-founder of the Merit Award for Excellence. So it's a pleasure to have in the studio for the very first time, Director of Hart Culture, Miss Hart. Welcome to Africa4U Radio Show. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you, and it's a wonderful pleasure to be on the show.
Okay, great to meet you finally. I know we've been chatting for the past fortnight and you've told me a lot about your initiatives, and deep down, secretly, I found out she must be a very, very busy lady. And I'm sure the listeners around the world are very hungry to find out more about what you do in the community, what you're passionate about, and what Hart Culture is all about.
Yeah, I mean, I can start off, it's pretty much we do what we say on the tin. Hart Culture is, using the heart, and it's the culture of the heart, which means love culture. So what we're trying to do is get people in the UK, and especially the diaspora, to fall in love with their culture, fall in love with themselves, and really appreciate what they're about and where they come from.
Okay. Why do you think this is important in the world we live in today?
One of the main reasons was because, coming from a mixed heritage background, coming from an ethnic background, people don't really like to use the word ethnic, as it were, but being in the UK, you can kind of come across as a minority. The Hart Culture was basically about trying to spread the word and trying to get, as it were, ethnic minority groups more sort of into the commercial, onto more commercial platforms, and try to build more platforms for the arts, generally.
That's fantastic, okay. So I know you have a very profound passion for arts and culture, and you've done this for quite a while. How long has Hart Culture been going for, and what kind of events do you hold in the southeast of the country?
We've been going for about 10 years. I started off as a volunteer. I came in, volunteering as part of a group, and I started in schools. We've done sort of community buildings as well. We've done regeneration spaces, libraries, public halls, and things like that. And then we finally got registered as a CIC in 2010. For those of you that don't know what a CIC is, it means Community Interest Company. So we're kind of like a cross between a charity and a limited company. Okay. So I guess in the middle of that is social enterprise.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the, I'm curious to know what the response has been so far like from the general public with your wide range of events you've kind of hosted over the years.
For me, when I started the project, the program, it was quite a wide program. We embraced, local communities, as it were. But I think where we are now is we serve quite specifically people in the diaspora. So it's, as you said, it's a mixture between African communities, the African diasporas and nations, and also the Caribbean nations as well, and then some Asian as well.
Okay.
So it's a bit more sort of focused at the moment.
Okay, yeah. I also remember about a fortnight ago you were telling me about two prominent initiatives you're focusing on at the moment.
That's right, yeah.
I think you mentioned something to do with the Jamaican 50th independence, and also the Nubian historical experience. Can you expand on that?
Oh yeah, we've got two wonderful major projects coming up, and the first one is sort of recognising where we are, what we would call a golden era. It's basically part of a natural cycle that happens only on this sort of stage. It's not on a small cycle, it's more like a global sort of scale. Universal, you could even say to put, you know. So what we're